So welcome to this extra special 10 minutes of movement with Christina, who is one of the other people who are behind the Body Mastery. She's a physiotherapist, and as you can see, she is now 30 weeks pregnant, which is exceptionally excited. Her first baby, so many insights she's had. So we're going to talk you through a couple of the ones that have been probably the most, oh, wow, ones as you progress through a pregnancy. And it doesn't matter if it's your first, second, third, however many, or if you're having a C-section or a natural birth. The things that we're going to talk you through now are super important and actually for all women, really. So if we turn you to the side, actually.
This side?
Yeah. Obviously, if you're heavily pregnant and a little bit worried, you can use a chair instead of the ball, but the ball is a nice rocking action. And that's all she's going to do to start off with. So this part of the back often gets super tight and tired. So you do a little tail tuck under, you aim to get a little bit of roundedness here, and then you just come back up to normal. No need to arch, not in this area. So again, she's going to roll back. There's a feeling the ball might roll forward a wee bit, and then the ball comes back. You can do this, as I say, sitting on your chair, no problem. What do you want to look out for? I don't know if you can have it happening here. Could you take your arms forward? Sometimes when you roll back, so take a roll back, if you keep going more, you'll look at your belly and it has this weird, how would you describe it? It's like a popping out. I always used to think it's like a rugby ball that sticks out the body. If you see that, back off. It's too much. That means that you're overworking the outside muscles. How does that feel in your back? Okay. You can have your arms here for a little bit more work, or they rest on your legs. Now what she's going to do after this one, super calm up, is your tail is pointing kind of down. You make little circles with your tail. So the ball, yay, you get a bit jiggy with the ball. Perfect. The weight goes one leg to the other. You do a few one way. Your hands could relax down, be up. Really, your goal is to keep things moving. And one thing Christina said is that throughout the pregnancy, what's helped her, one, she's young, but what's helped her to stay feeling good is a lot of walking. So keeping moving is super important for all of us, of course. And this is really nice. If you haven't got a ball, I would get one. My friend used to say when her baby couldn't sleep, she'd sit on the ball and bounce. The baby was like, I went, sit. All right, we hold here. Take your legs a little bit wider. So the other thing is the pelvic floor gets very stretched through pregnancy because obviously everything is bearing down more. If you lean forward slightly, same, you can do this on a chair. When you're leaning forward like this, your privates are touching the ball just, yes? Okay. It gives you some feedback. So you just relax everything sort of on an inhale. Your exhale, you very slightly pull up just to feel the muscles because it can help you with if you tend to leak a little bit, and this is definitely your Kegel lift post-baby, whether it's a C-section or not, the pelvic floor is getting stretched. So she just hangs out, arms are supporting her, which means that nothing really has to work. She just lets it go. And if you can't feel it on the ball, if you don't mind doing it, you put your hands in between your legs. You can still lean forward, and I can be doing it here, and you're just touching yourself between your vagina and your anus, basically. And then when you exhale, you just feel that tissue pulling. And that's a really good way to start to bring awareness to your pelvic floor. We were talking about this earlier, and what Christina said was the pulling up means that you can feel it letting open, yeah? Would you add anything onto that as to how you feel with it happening in your body?
I can also feel it relax when I let go.
Nice. Yeah. And if you're having natural birth, if you're not having any prenatal sessions, that relax is obviously what you need to help the baby come out and give it a little bit of a push at times too. The other place that often gets super tight or rounded is the upper back. So if you took your arms forward, you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades back in together, and then you can bend your arms to and pull, and get this bit of tension here, and then reach it forward again. Cool. So you add some movement in. Just do a few more of them. Nice. Because this part is going to get tired, breasts get bigger, you're going to be holding a baby like this. So anytime you can have this pull to get the back muscles stronger, it would be better. So we get stronger here and keep this bit nice and loose. If you wanted to pull a band, you're welcome to, but it's more just bringing some awareness there. Make this your last one. Super nice movement. Also helps the shoulders stay down. Now just pull your left one. Yeah, arms go, yeah, and reach. And have a little twist. So this can also feel nice just to get a little bit of a stretch in the body and go the other way. You can turn your head or keep it forward. Great. How does that one feel?
That's good.
Cool. Just a little bit down. Yeah, cool. So it is important to keep the spine moving because the bump can stop it a little bit. So anytime you can get, which is why walking is so good, anytime you can get a little bit extra in, it's a good idea to. Do one more with your right arm. Great. And then you can take your arms to the ceiling, bring your left one down on the ball, and just lean over a little bit here. Great. Come back up, go the other way. If you feel unbalanced, you take the legs wider. But the ribs get really, and you just keep changing sides, the ribs get really tight because, again, of this extra bump. So the more you can open up through here, moves the spine. And if you stay on one side, you can just take some really nice breath, opening up the space through here. This is great for everybody, by the way. Even if you're not pregnant, just doing this feels really nice. Nice, let that drop. Perfect. Come back up. And then let's stand you up one sec. And then the last thing I would say to do is just come back a wee bit. You can face them and smile or not. Is I would do some squats. So take your legs a comfortable width apart. A squat is just to sit down, stand up. Because what it does, if you just start doing that, don't worry how low you go, because it depends on obviously your flexibility in many ways. This is another area. Remember, women used to give birth squatting. It's another place where you can go pelvic floor release, pelvic floor pulls up. Because you get this opening as you come down, the whole pelvis area goes and opens. And you might be able to add that in, and that feeling of release you had on the ball, you can get in the squat too. As you see, she looks fantastic for 30 weeks pregnant. She's like, yay, it's all cool. Maybe it would have been better if we had found someone who's like, I don't like this pregnancy, that you might feel better with. Know that it's a big strain on your body. Be kind to yourself, especially as you get nearer to birth, but keep moving as best you can. You're doing great there. How do you feel? Yeah. And as soon as you can after birth, they suggest starting to do some exercises to bring the muscle and the awareness back into your pelvic floor. If you have any questions, please feel free to write in and ask us. There are so many different things, obviously, you can do prenatal. Find some classes. Pilates is amazing for it, as is yoga. And get back into moving as soon as possible. Anything you'd like to add to these lovely people watching you?
Yeah, I just want to say it helps. It's important to train the pelvic floor for incontinence that may happen after the birth. So just training before and after the birth is beneficial.
Perfect. Yeah, super. So, and actually adding on to that even more for the older generation watching, you can also do this because obviously as we get older, prolapse, pelvic floor also gets looser. So older ladies watching out there, if you struggle with any incontinence, do these too. You don't have to be pregnant to do them. Okay, thanks for watching and we'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.